And that's why I'm so glad to be teamed with the Job Creators Network and the TaxCutsWork.com movement. And Elaine Parker is the president of the Jobs Creators Network. And Elaine, right now you're in the midst of a 25-state tour. What's the purpose?
The purpose of the Tax Cuts Work Tour, we're going to be hitting about 50 states by the time we're done. Today, actually, we're in Clinton, Wisconsin. We're meeting with Speaker Ryan and a small business owner right here in Clinton. But the purpose of the tour is to meet with small business owners and legislators across the country to highlight the benefits of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act and what it has done for this economy. We've got the best economy in years, the strongest growth in years. We're seeing pay raises and bonuses for more than 6 million Americans and still counting. We've got sky-high consumer confidence and sky-high business optimism. You know, it's interesting. It's kind of funny, actually. We've had some protesters along the way in some of these stops. Not a ton of them, maybe 6 or 8 of them. But we don't really understand what they're protesting. When you look at all of this good news, all of this data, you know, what's not to like is what we keep asking them.
Well, I'm sure some of the protesters would say it's because we're paying so much more higher taxes because all the tax cuts only go to the richest 2%, to which you say?
You know, that's a great talking point that the media and some of the folks on the other side have put out there. They want to keep calling this bill a tax cut for the rich, but the truth is that taxpayers in every single tax bracket got a tax cut, and the average family is going to be saving $1,200 a year, and that's in addition to the wage increases and bonuses that I just talked about. Over 6 million people have received so far. You know, and you look at just the small business side of it, you know, small businesses absolutely thriving and benefiting under this bill. The typical small business is saving thousands of dollars. Those are our members, Main Street small businesses. And they're telling us that they're investing it in money towards new workers, new equipment, machinery, technology. They're expanding their businesses. They're doing everything that they've been unable to do under the past administration.
Well, it's very striking because when you actually look at what the predictions were about the tax cuts and in terms of raising the levels of growth of the GDP, of the gross domestic product, it's even exceeded some of those optimistic predictions, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, GDP for second quarter was 4.1%. That's the third fastest growth since the Great Recession. You know, and just last month, the economy created 157,000 new jobs. Since this administration has come in, there's been more than 3 million jobs created. Another interesting point is that we've seen a sharp drop in the U6 real employment number. And that includes, this is a really interesting point, people who are in part-time jobs who want to work full-time. So, under the last administration, we saw a conversion of full-time people to part-time jobs because of policies like Obamacare and the overtime rule trying to be implemented. And now under this administration and the pro-growth policies, we're seeing part-time people convert into full-time jobs.
Okay,
that's substantial.
And in addition to, and I've seen the numbers on this, all of the literally millions of people who have re-entered the workforce, people who had given up, had thought, okay, I'm going to be taking unemployment and various welfare benefits. Now, a lot of those people saying, wait a minute, I can get a job, I'm going back to work. All of this proof that tax cuts do work. Find out more about the Tax Cuts Work Tour, and it's going to be in all 50 states. And so be part of it. Go to TaxCutsWork.com. That's TaxCutsWork.com. And Elaine Parker, keep up the great work and sending a great message.
Thank you, Michael.